Hi, it's Nancy today. Well, I'm always doing this, you know. I'm always going back to look at some bird I've seen on the wires. And of course, it's gone when I get there, or it's nothing important. I mean, how can a bird not be important? Obviously. Okay, here he is. Let's just check him out. He was kind of scrunched over. His head was kind of scrunched over, which made him look like a hawk or something, but let me just check him out here. See what he is. No, where is he? There he is. Red-winged blackbird. Look how his head is all bent over. The way he's doing his wings, though, makes me think maybe he's a juvenile. Let's just get a little closer here. Juveniles sort of flutter their wings a lot. Okay, let's see now. It's a red-winged blackbird. Well, there he goes. They don't usually show their colors unless they're flying. But that's him, Koilari. Koilari. I guess I should plug you in so I can chat with you. Where is your plug-in thing here somewhere? Got a mess of cords down here. Let's see. We'll just. Oh, I see the cord isn't plugged in anyway. Oh, you could just die for all I care. I didn't mean it. It was just the battery. Just the battery. Not you, of course. I'm bummed out. Let's talk about it, okay? Why would I be bummed out? Well, one thing is the American exchange rate. Now, granted, I live in Canada, and it really shouldn't matter one way or another, but I earn YouTube money, and it's in American dollars. The exchange rate is $1.04 right now. So they always, you know, I deposit it and then I get this thing back in the mail that says that I lost, you know, $25 or whatever it is. Anyway. So I had a few American checks and I deposited them, and I know that I'm going to lose a chunk of it. Because $1.04 is what it says on the exchange rate thing on the radio, but when you really get to the nitty-gritty, I don't get that exchange rate. I get something worse because they've got their fees and all that. Anyway, but I should be happy because for years and years and years, if I ever had American money, it would total more than the amount that it was on the check. I always ended up with. There were times that $100 would become $125. But with all the devaluing of the American dollar, and now they're talking, I mean, I know this isn't going to happen, but the radio here in Canada is saying the American default on the debt, which, you know, will throw the whole economy of the whole world into a spiral. Because everybody that sells to the U.S. won't be able to sell to the U.S. and everybody that, you know, blah, 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 blah. But I went to the store this morning. First I went to the bank, and that was kind of iffy. I wasn't sure. Should I go across the border? Maybe I should have a U.S. account and deposit the stuff in the U.S. and then it won't lose money. Well, what if this devaluation thing gets any worse? You know, every time something goes wrong, or when they have trouble down there, certified if I buy it from them. All the bells and whistles are finished. I don't have to fix anything. I know what I'm getting. Anyway, so I can't do that in the United States. There's no way I can buy a car down there, because in order to bring it across, you have to import it, and there's all these things, you know, like we have, I don't know, some cars down there do too, but when they're called running lights, you probably have them, but you turn your car on and the lights come on. It's all cars that are in Canada have to have that. It's a law. All cars have to have running lights. So there's always lights on, so you can just glance up the road. You know if they're coming at you or if they're passing in your lane. Going away or passing in your lane. Anyway, that's very helpful. Lights on for safety. That's what they used to say 20, 30 years ago. But now all lights are on all the time. Anyway, but it's not the way it is down there. So if you get a car down there, you have to have them installed. If they're not standard. I don't know, some cars make them as standard now, but you know, the older cars didn't. And they're not allowed to have that foot pedal push button for the brights. Has to have it on the handle. It's because we have salt. Salt will corrode that. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I was talking about. I'm bummed out. The reason I'm bummed out, one is because of the exchange rate and not knowing what to do with the money. Deposit in the U.S., deposit in Canada. I did it in Canada. I probably wouldn't be any happier if I deposited it down there. Since I want to buy a car with it, and can't do it down there, got to do it here, so I have to have it in a bank here. The second thing is I went to the store. I did make it. It's Friday, and in town here, Fridays are a busy day. In a rural community, all the older people are in the habit of going to the store on Friday. They don't even have to be that much older. It's just a rural thing, I think, that everybody goes shopping on Friday. Did you like doing a rollover like that? So anyway, I went to the store. I got a few things before it, good morning! Before it got too busy in there. And then I went to buy paint. Went to Canadian Tire. Well, I gotta get paint. I had to get shingles. I got shingles over there at Home Hardware. Anyway, so I got paint. And now, it is so much trouble to figure out what paint to use. I tell you, paint always peels off. So I must be doing something wrong. So I was trying to figure out how to do it right, and I'm trying to parallel park. And this is not working. You don't parallel park coming up at it. You have to go backwards into the spot. I have to teach my son to parallel park so that I can get him his license. But you know, you don't want him to practice around somebody else's cars. Right? I mean, who wants to do that? I look outside and I always think I'm so much closer to another car than I am. Look at that, would ya? Perfect. Can't see the curve. Oh yeah, there's the curve. Look at that. When I was even talking. Okay, so now to treat myself, because I'm so bummed out. I was gonna eat a cookie, but then I thought, you know, when I eat bread, it just zaps all of my energy. When I eat wheat, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go in here. Got a book. I'm going to treat myself to lying down outside reading a book. Where's my money thing now? I found it. I got clothespins too. Okay, goodbye.